Hey, this your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Hey, man, look, I'm telling you, I got on a serious tip today, but we still got to keep it how we do it in Sports Talk with Friends. Oh, hey, oh, but look, I got hanging out with me as a local hometown hero to Franklin, Louisiana. I got Scott Burdett, you know what I'm saying? So he's coming out, he's going to let us know about, how it is in the coaching life out there. So, hey, Scott, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you. I'm
Awesome,
good. How
awesome.
we
All
doing?
right. All right, cool. So look, just like y'all know how we do a sports talk with friends, you hear the hip hop parade in the background. That's our Spotify channel. So just give me a few moments, and we're about to introduce the show on air.
That'll work.
Hooray! Ho! Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Hey, this your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And we got a little different interview this week. You know what I'm saying? Just how we doing it. So this week we got an interview with a hometown hero, Coach Scott from Franklin, Louisiana. But before we get back into the interview, we definitely got to pay some bills. Shout out to our business of the week, LOTA, your mobile premium cigar and wine catering company. All right, hey, so you know what I'm saying, we just got that out the way. So we about to get back in there. I'm about to actually put you on air.
All right.
All right, cool. Well, hey, this your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And I am back with Coach Scott from Franklin, Louisiana. How's it going?
Going good, man. Glad to be here.
Hey, thank you for joining, man. It's crazy. I know it's I hear some echo right now. I know it's pretty, got a lot going on, so I appreciate you for hanging out. But look, hey man, people must love you. You already got Mike Lowry, man. That's one of our local, one of our online personalities. He said what's popping.
Oh, what up, man? I know it from a while ago, man. Me and his brother went to tech together. I done been to their house a couple of times down the night. Family right there.
Bet. That's always good to have good people around you. He surely is a good person, even though he represents a bad Titans team. Who that?
Everybody can't be perfect, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So where you calling in from?
Franklin, Louisiana.
Okay, I thought I noticed that swamp talk. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so what's so you've been from Franklin, or what's your favorite football team?
College and NFL.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
both. All right, college. Who's your favorite college team?
College. I graduated from Tech, so I got to go with the home team, Bulldogs. But LSU, I try to go with all the schools in Louisiana. And professionally, I'm with the Saints. I like the Ravens. Always have kind of like the Ravens. But mostly the Saints.
Are you hearing that feedback?
I'm hearing something that sounds like somebody playing the piano.
Right. That's why I'm like, what in the world? All right. All right. Well, look, we're gonna take a quick break and see what's going on with this, and we'll leave y'all some more with that KBZ. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I can only hear you up in here. So
I don't know what was making that noise.
right, yeah, that's crazy. They can hear that too. All right, so look, we about to so we about to go back in, and I think I figured out what might be causing that problem.
All right.
So we gonna get back on it.
There ain't nothing on in here except the ceiling fan.
Right. All right, so we're gonna get back in, and we're just gonna hop right in to your interview. So all right, cool.
mm, 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 mm.
It's your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And I am back after these technical difficulties. Like, it's crazy being a technical guy and have technical difficulties, but you know what I'm saying? It's things you can control and things you can't. So, you being a coach, Coach Scott, you know, what are some of the things, you can control? Like, what brought you into wanting to coach?
Um, to be honest, I didn't decide I wanted to coach until kind of later on in high school when I was getting ready to go to college. I had wanted to be an athletic trainer, but
Mm,
I guess I kind of got bit with the bug. My dad was a coach for 20 years.
mm,
Um, and I guess just growing up around a lot of coaches and then playing ball, wanting to
yeah.
stay in the game.
Mm,
Um, I went to Tech and sat down in my advisor's office, and they were like, "Well, if you want to be a trainer and you want to coach, it's probably not going to work out. You may want to just go into teaching." I was like, "Well, sign me up for that. We good." So, but I really feel like coaches are people that everything that you do isn't in the job description. It is
right.
not going to be laid out there for you in black and white. There's so much more to this that goes on that a lot of people don't see. And unless you've been a part of something like that, you don't understand like what kind of family atmosphere that really has that comes along with it. I've
Because see, I was a teacher.
and,
I was a teacher in sixth grade, so I understand the importance. That's why I was like, when I seen, some of the challenge you was having about, trying to do a fundraising. Shout out to you for that because, you having, that's what makes you a hero. Just like with different teachers, a lot of people don't understand. Be like, oh, teachers this, coaches that. A lot of that comes from out of our pockets. So that's where the care and concern comes from. So, how do what are some of the fees and financial challenges that you have, being a coach? And like, is it a baseball coach? Which coach are you full time over there, Franklin?
um, I work at Franklin Junior High, and I'm the head football and basketball coach there, and I'm the head baseball coach at Franklin High School. So it's not as hard to raise money and stuff like that with the junior high because the school board actually allots a certain amount of money to go
Mm.
to the junior high athletic programs to be able to pay for officials and travel and bus maintenance and stuff like that. And at the high school, we have to raise all that money on our own.
What?
Yeah, yeah. At
What?
the high school, we got
Wait,
to
hold
raise
on.
all that money
Wait,
on
wait.
our own.
Say that again.
We at the high school level in St. Mary Parish, or at least I know at Franklin High,
Mm-hmm.
we have to raise 100%
Wow.
of our funds by ourselves.
Wow, that's ridiculous. I got two kids and shit. I be needing to raise money for them. So wow. Double
Yeah,
salute to you on that, man. Wow, I never knew that.
yeah,
Wow.
man. We in fact, I found we when I graduated from Franklin High in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
We got brand new baseball jerseys, two sets of brand new baseball jerseys. My junior year, we did a big fundraiser, got them. When I came back in 2013 for the 2014 season, we were still wearing those same jerseys that we had gotten brand new in 2008.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so last year I got did some digging and found some deals. Shout out to epicsports.com. Um, I was able to find us some nice vests and some little pullover jerseys that were like 99 cents a vest, $1.99 for the shirts. And
Damn.
we got a little company named T-Shirts and Treasures down here that I use to get a lot of my work done. They do a lot of good business. So I got them to print everything for us. And I think I got us two sets of 20 uniforms. So 40 uniforms for just under maybe $700.
Wow, that's real good.
Shirts, tops, and pants, just under about $700.
Wow.
So
Man,
that that wasn't as hard to move, but getting things like bats, um, Man, I don't know if you follow baseball any, but a good bat
Play base.
nowadays runs $350, $400.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not
Y'all
something I
better be
can
hitting
just
home
go.
runs.
Not my guys, man. I don't know if I got a guy that could reach the fence. But one thing I can say my guys is they come to practice, they work hard, they don't ask why we got to do that. They just do it, and I can attribute a lot of our success to that attitude that they have.
Wow.
Because even being as underfunded as we are, we still get kids that want to come out and play ball. Most of them, I'm about to blow your mind with this one.
Oh, I'm waiting.
90% of my high school baseball team doesn't pick up a ball until they're in 10th grade.
That's ridiculous. What?
Yeah.
I was playing park ball. Like, what? I got friends in the group in Sports Talk with Friends. Like, we've been playing since 8 years old. So that's why I'm like, I'm really good in baseball. That's what really caught my attention when I seen the whole baseball thing. And till the 10th grade?
Bro, they don't
Wow.
play ball around here, man.
Wow.
They don't
Wow.
play ball. And
That's crazy.
the ones that do play ball at a young age go to the little private school we got,
Mm-hmm.
or
I
they
know how.
go to another little school down the street a little ways if their parents can work out the eligibility stuff.
Right.
So we kind of get left with some kids that they want to play ball, but they can't afford to play in
I understand.
the little league that we have.
Right.
So a few years back, me and one of the directors of education, one of the directors of recreation for the city, we had got together, me, him, a couple other guys, and we put on a free league during the summer that's in the community that most of our kids come from. And we had a good turnout for the 2 or 3 years that we were able to do it. We did it, and we had a good turnout. And some of those kids are juniors and seniors right now. So I'm having them, and we're gonna be pushing them out this year, next year. And luckily, we started a middle school program about 3 years ago. So I'm
Okay.
getting some of them coming through, and that should help some. But for the most part, man,
Wow.
we still managed to win 10, 12, 13 games a year. We done snuck in the playoffs the last 3 years in a row.
Wow.
Uh,
So wait, we got. I'm sorry, man. This is getting great. This is getting good. So we we got time limit on Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. But the teacher, we call them scaffolding moments. Like one, how we actually reach out to the kids. So how do you relate to the kids that you coach?
man, the biggest relationship I have with them is I can go in anywhere in that field house and go find a team picture or something like that and say, look, I was in the same shoes you was in,
Wow.
literally the same shoes you were in, the same uniform you wearing right now. I worked on the same field you did. I done raked these bases. I done ran these bases.
Wow.
I didn't, you know,
Right.
that,
Real talk.
that's the biggest thing for me to be able to tell them, like, look, you see what I'm doing. There's no reason that you have to believe what anybody, even in your own house, is telling you, man, you ain't gonna be shit. My bad. I don't know if I can cuss, whatever.
Hey man, you could cuss. French is my first language of choice. But hey,
But
man, we gonna keep this going. Let me just end
you
this.
know,
Podcast right now. But hey, you want to give any shout outs? You want to give any shout out before we got 30 seconds?
oh man, shout out to Sports Talk with Friends for having me on. Uh, Shout out to the home team, Franklin Hornets, Franklin Rattlers. Um, Shout out to LSU. We got to kick Clemson's
Hey,
ass this
how they
Monday.
can get in contact with you? We got 9 seconds.
Oh, you can get in contact with me on Facebook, Scott Burdett, or email Burdett_22@yahoo.com.
And we out. But that's just that. But nah, more talk on here. So So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we were just talking about how, what is your moment? You said that you was able to rake, you've been there, you've done that. So, you're able to make yourself an example to those kids. And you know
Yeah.
what's funny? That is very like monumental to those kids. Like that they understand that.
Another thing that I feel like I, I really feel like is a good thing. They're at that age because I'm only 28. I'm not much older than them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're at that age where they're beginning to become young men.
Real.
When I got them with me at the junior high, 6th through 8th grade, I kind of started introducing them to that, you know. And then by the time they with me at the high school, it's like, all right, bro, y'all about to become men. Y'all are becoming men.
Right.
I'm not. I'm not holding y'all hands. I'm not spoon feeding y'all. Nothing is. This just gonna be the real, you know.
Real talk.
And I feel like kids that age appreciate that. Whenever
Facts.
you just shoot straight with them, and I tell them, you know,
Cause they
like,
be knowing though. Like they know. They be like, oh man, Coach Scott, he tripped. He think I'm stupid. They understand it.
nah, bro. Like I told you about them not playing ball until they get to be a certain age. Well, I get 2 or 3 of them that have played ball their whole lives, and
Mm-hmm.
that's my crutches. I go to them and I'm like, look, I y'all are like coaches now.
Real, right.
Like I need y'all to really take this shit mentally and step up and accept y'all role. And they like,
Facts.
we got you. We could do that. Because
What?
even with the ones that hadn't played ball much, like talking about, and somebody I should have shouted out is my assistant coach Cedric Moore. Me and said that's a testament to the work that me and said have done with a couple of other coaches. Mo Seneca was with us a couple of years ago, and a couple of other guys. Alan Randall, who's a pastor who played minor league baseball,
Oh wow.
Franklin, from Franklin, comes out, works with my pitchers every now and again.
Love give backs.
Man, you know, it. We got all kind of tools there to help them get where they need to be, or at least close to where we need them to be to try to be competitive. Because we running little league practices. Let's just be honest, and I tell them
Mm-hmm.
this. Just gonna be honest. We running little league practices at a high school level.
Wow.
You feel me?
Right.
Like while
When you
other
say the type of equipment, the cost of that bat lets me know how y'all putting in work.
dog, we got 3 state champions in our district:
Wow. Real.
Loreville, Ascension Episcopal, Catholic High. We
I heard of
got
Ascension.
we got 3 state champions in our district. While they're going over strategy and working their freshman team, their JV team, their varsity team, I got 13 guys. 10 didn't pick up a bat till they were freshmen.
Wow.
We taking 200, 300 ground balls a day. We taking 200, 300 cuts in the cage
Wow.
while trying to teach the
Fundamental.
knowledge of the game, the fundamentals,
Right.
while still trying to teach high school strategy, stuff
Right.
that you should be able to jump straight into.
And that's one thing people don't know about baseball because they, it's like you got to have baseball knowledge because one thing is like, okay, you got a person on first, you hit the ball on right, or let's say on second. Where's the play at? Are you gonna make the play at first? Or are you gonna make it at second? So should be a force. But so those are the type things that is different levels. It's more than just you hit the ball and you catch it, you field it, and you throw it.
Man, if you can't think baseball, it's very hard to play it.
Well put. Well
If you
put.
can't
So
think that game, but by that point, that part of the game has passed a lot of people.
right.
A lot of people pick up skills like that all the way through little league, moving up, and then by the time they get to high school, that's just been branded in their head.
Right. They're used to making those plays. They're clutch now. So, they're expected to do that.
We starting
So
at square one, but I love it. I love it.
I like that. I like that. So, before we get up out of here and, you can do some shout outs because we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. But one thing as a teacher, you know, I used to teach 6th, 7th grade in New Orleans at Valina C. Jones, and I love to have the light bulb moment. And to me, that's when I'm teaching my face off, and they be like, ding! I'll be like, I see it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's just like, ding, Mr. Parker. I love that. So, you know, what is your, you know what I'm saying, what is your teachable or your coachable coaching moment?
Man, that I'm kind of with you on that one, man. That light bulb moment, especially like I said, we get these kids that hadn't really played ball before, and people in their houses. You just have to understand where I'm
I
from.
understand.
Telling them they ain't shit, they can't do shit, they dumb, they just.
When they see people that, like, how you get here? What you doing? I understand it.
To see that kid that goes home and takes care of 4 brothers and sisters at 14 years old, after coming to baseball practice for 2 hours and giving me everything he's got, and then to go home and take care of brothers and sisters because he don't know where anybody else is,
Right?
you know, and then to have a game the next day, to get up, come to the game, and
Like
get a
that.
hit,
That's
and
that pressure.
just get a hit. You don't even have to get on base. I'm talking about he just been busting his ass, puts the bat on the ball.
Right. Make contact. Exactly.
Or walks.
Right.
Gets on base and does something. Just to see kids that get treated like that every day, on top of having never played ball before, to see them succeed in a sport where statistically the deck should be stacked against them because of their knowledge of the game. To see them succeed after putting in all of that hard work makes the hard work worth it.
Nice. Well
That
put.
makes it worth me getting up at 6:45 every morning and going to school, and then not getting home till about 8 o'clock every night.
Right. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Appreciate you, bro.
But hey, you know what I'm saying? I got you know, another show, indie wrestling show coming up for all our wrestling fans. You know, once again, give us, you know, any shout outs that you missed on our Spotify channel. It's your time again.
Man, again, I want to shout out to Sports Talk with Friends. I appreciate you for having me on, man. Shout out Franklin Senior High, Franklin Junior High, my assistant baseball coach, Coach Moore. My assistant football coaches, Drake Daigle and Brian Lee Johnson. My assistant basketball coach, Brian Lee Johnson. Hey man, you get good help's hard to find. You gotta get it where you can get it. Two very good people, very knowledgeable of the games they help me with. Coach Moore, I feel like is somebody who could easily be a head baseball coach somewhere else if that's what he wanted to do, because I ain't going nowhere no time soon. So but we work well together. That's somebody I feel like if they ever give us some baseball players, we're gonna win a championship.
Nice.
But we just gonna keep building, you know.
Just like that. This you do Uncle Leroy, don't see the Leroy without the Junior. And I'm always kicking it with winners. And today I got the champ, Coach Scott B. Till next time, we out.